Hey everybody, I wanted to take a second today and talk to you about some of the benefits of gratitude. We all kind of know what it is, but if you grew up in a home like mine, you might remember mom or dad saying, you need to be more thankful, you know? Well, one of the cool things that's happening right now with some of the research that's coming out is we're finding that there is actually some solid scientific evidence that gratitude and thankfulness has benefits. So one of the things that we know from some recent research is that it increases things like dopamine and serotonin, which are brain chemicals that make us happy. So when we just notice things that we're grateful for, we feel happier. According to the Mindfulness Awareness Research Center in UCLA, they say that gratitude actually changes the neural structures of our brain. So it physiologically changes what our brain functions like and looks like. That's a pretty powerful thing. And so today, just to kind of make this point, I wanted to go through and point out some other research that's come out in the last decade or so that's looking at this and all the benefits of us being grateful. And in a year like we're in right now, I think that is especially well timed for a lot of the stuff that's facing our world. So just to get us started, 2012, a study that's published by Personality and Individual Differences said that people who practice gratefulness had fewer aches and pains and report being healthier overall than people who didn't practice gratitude. A 2012 study published by the University of Kentucky said that people who practice gratitude are more likely to act in a pro-social manner. So more courteous, more polite, even when other people aren't, right? So if we practice gratitude, even when the guy next to us is being a jerk and cuts us off on the highway, we're more likely to respond in a way that we can be proud of with our kids in the backseat, right? A 2011 study that was published by the Applied Psychology, Health, and Well-Being said that people who use a gratitude journal experience deeper, more restful sleep. So keeping a journal by your bed, and even before you go to sleep at night, just jotting down some things in the day that you're thankful for. Some things that, again, improving that serotonin and dopamine, help giving you that sense of well-being, can really help with the sleep. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Applied Sports Psychology said that practicing gratitude can actually increase our self-esteem. So they were looking at it in terms of athletes and improving performance, but practicing that gratitude can actually improve our performance in life overall as well. 2006, a study published in Behavior Research and Therapy said that Vietnam War veterans who practice gratitude experience less of the symptoms of PTSD than others who'd been through similar situations. So in other words, even when we're talking about trauma and the worst things that can happen to people, practicing gratitude and noticing things in our life that we're thankful for can mitigate that damage. And then one more, 2003, a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology said that gratitude was a major contributor to people's resilience following September 11. So people who lived through that really difficult time in our history, who practiced gratitude, and even in the midst of the devastation, could look at things they were thankful for, also experienced less of the negative effects of that event. So living in 2020, right, living this year, we live in a time when we need these benefits. And so I just want to encourage you, heading into the season that we're heading into, be aware of the things we're thankful for. These are good practices that we can have in our lives. These are things that can help us, that can not just socially, emotionally, and psychologically, but even physically, experiencing less pain and more well-being, deeper sleep. It can be difficult to do in the midst of hard times, but ironically, it can be the very thing that brings us out of them. So I hope that's helpful to you heading into this season, and I hope that that you are able to just live in that gratitude in whatever that looks like for you and your loved ones.